Today I am going on a random shopping trip. I think I need some cheering up, but I did actually buy this ticket a month ago. But it's coming in just to Milton Keynes. They have like this big shopping centre, and they also have a gym that I'm a member of, so I can go there. But yeah, how I would have the Matrix is I would have a matrix where any crime that people do, it pops up on a system, like a big crime this is, and definitely penetrating of 6-year-olds or under would definitely be at the top of the list. So that's how I imagine it. I imagine it there being like a computer in the spiritual realm where any crime that is severe, not a lot of crimes don't go on there, but yeah, having sex with kids is definitely one of the things that pop up, and whenever that happens, I will definitely keep a very good eye on it. Okay, I watched some videos yesterday where it was sick. Allegedly, a baby was R-worded, and these cases are really, really horrible because they should not be happening. And yeah, if there's a ton of wars in the Middle East, I don't know, but if child rape is something that happens all the time over there, I wouldn't be surprised, because technically Muhammad had married a 6-year-old, and there might be loads of sickos that think that justifies a reason to have sex with kids, and I don't know how many it's happened, but I know that when people are told that I'm God, I think that's definitely something that I would love to point out, that okay, you might be able to do whatever you want during your life, but when you die you will get judged, and yeah, if there's if you've been R-wording kids, when I say kids I'm not talking about 16 or 17-year-olds, I'm talking about actual kids, and of course the younger the age, the more sick it is, and even my guppies don't rape children. Even my guppies, I've got male and female guppies, and I do have to separate them when they get to a certain age. But if there's females that are in the male tank and they're not big enough, there's no action there. So even guppies know not to rape baby guppies fry, or they're not even fry any longer. They are proper small fish, but they're not getting attacked with anything. And so, I don't think most humans do. I think most humans don't, but I don't know what it is, but there should definitely be there is definitely a list that pops up, and if your name pops up, it's because of that, and the best way to handle this is to find parents that are going to do this to their kids, and see which souls have actually entered into that body, to see if these people were people who raped their kids in the past life, and if they weren't, I would swap them over, and I would spend a long time making sure that this happens. Anyone that is going or destined to rape their children, I would make it clear that these souls are souls that did the exact same thing to their kids when they were given an opportunity. But yeah, I think the sad thing is there are loads of. My sister went through a phase where she was just like, I want to do whatever the guy wants. And I think she might still be in this phase, but she's got a partner and the partner's decent, so that's good. But I know my sister went through a phase where she just wanted to agree and side with the partner, and I think there must be a lot of these just idiot women who, if they can see a child being abused by a partner, if that's what the partner wants, they just side with the partner, and I think it's very sad. It does make me wonder, like, if my sister had have been in with that partner, if she had met that partner, if that partner wanted to do that, would she have just let that happen too? I don't know. My sister is mentally ill, and I saw it a lot when her child was taken from her, and therefore, the stories where you have a mother that literally gives their baby to someone that's abusing them, I think it is quite possible, because some some women seem to, like my sister, just seem to want to do whatever the partner wants, and if the partner is sick, then it's not going to have a good outcome. But yeah, it's because when you're hearing stories about aliens and people just making up stories, and then you hear stories of Christians where again people are just taking a book that's supposed to be full of facts and then using it to try and brainwash people into believing that it is full of facts when really it's not. You know, when you see people do this with both aliens and the Bible, it kind of makes you wonder, are people just taking these stories of child abuse and exaggerating it? You know, there was a 2-year-old who died. She had a couple of bruises on her face, I think because he was trying to wake her up and maybe got panicked, and if she was already dead and cold, that might have been the reason why there was 2 bruises there, because he was trying to wake her up. But I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the deal, Charles. I'm just saying. I was trying to say that there is a difference between accidentally killing a child and long-term abuse, or proof of long-term abuse. And I think if you're a court, you know, you might hear of these horrible cases where children have literally, you know, ended up in hospital with broken bones, and you would see how disgusting that story is. And then you could hear other cases where there's no broken bones, there's just one bump on a head, and maybe, you know, like an accident, but it's hard to know details of what actually caused this death, or what actually, and then you might start like linking them together and seeing them as being the same thing. You know, if you watch a horrific video where something terrible happens, and then you watch a video where it looks like it could be an accident, but it might not be, you know, it might be more, you might be feeling more tempted to see them as being the same case and the same types of people, and it might not be, and I don't know. And I know there are people that torture animals just to make a video about them pretending to save them when really they did that to them, and therefore it's kind of making me wonder how much truth is there in these videos. And you know, if I was God, which I am, my higher self would definitely be looking into all these cases, and therefore will know the exact details, and will know know the exact the detail. And I think it's not just the details. You know, if someone has attacked, vilely, horribly murdered someone, and you can see that that person is later going to do that same thing to someone else, you know, I think it would be kind of fun to take the person who did something horrible to them and then bring them back in a new body and allow them to be drawn to that person and then do the same thing to them, or allow them to act out on the actual same person. You know, I don't, if you hurt others, it would be interesting that if that person goes on to later hurt someone else, but if you say, if I'm able to take that same soul and arrange it so that he ends up just hurting the same person who actually hurt him, you know, that's something I would definitely do. But have I done it? I don't know who's, you know, I think you listen to stories like this and you just think, how can there be a God when all these children are being abused? But if you knew that these children are not just innocent children like you, but rather they were children who were parents in the past and did that, I feel like it's a lot more it's a lot more tolerable story to listen to. But I can't say like what I've done or anything, because I don't know, I don't remember. But I would like to reassure people that that is exactly what I would do. I don't want to help people, but I do like the idea of people who want to hurt others actually just hurting bad people, and me trying to set that up. But yeah, humans don't see it that way. And because there's a lot of bad people, it's just anyway.